Hello, guys. So, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about COVID and the related job losses. If you look around, there are a lot of people who've actually been retrenched. They've lost their jobs, and some could not find their jobs. And that's a pretty sad situation around the world. Today's tutorial, I wanted to give you a heads up on three key points that you should consider if you have unfortunately lost your job, so that you could potentially get back your jobs. Now, this pertains to not just graduates, but also to people who've experienced and been working for medium to long term in their careers. So let me share my slide and then we'll talk about it. If you look at the job market during COVID lockdown, the negatives have been, like I said, job losses. A lot of people have actually lost jobs across the board, across industries, across the spectrum. And there have also been job offers which were pulled back. And also deferments. So they've all been delayed. So they're pushed out or pulled back entirely. So job losses, deferments, and cancellations have been pretty common. But there have been positives as well. The positive being you could work from home. So those who are still working, they do not need to go to work anymore. They could work from home with living with their families and having a good meal every day. And that also has inbuilt something called tech agility. So people have actually become more tech savvy. So they've learned things around the tech world to work using their laptops. And that also meant that there were new means of engagement. So there were webinars, there were video conferences, group meetings using whatever applications you want. It's Microsoft Teams or Hangout or Zoom or whatever you call it. So all those things were happening. So they were really positives during this COVID lockdown of last year, and it's still been going on in many parts of the world. Challenges have been there have been no physical classes, especially for students or wannabe graduates who've been studying in universities, and that could actually be a negative when they actually go out to look for a job or talk to an employer. There have been a lot of uncertainty of jobs. So what will happen post COVID? Will they really get back jobs in their own fields, or do they have to either upskill or have to completely change streams? Those were all complicacies and uncertainties that have cropped up. And to be very honest, some sectors are still in the woods. Aviation sector, tourism sector have really been hit really hard. Trade has really been hit very hard. Cross-border payments have been hit pretty bad as well. MasterCard, Visa are all having their own challenges. So what are the opportunities? The opportunities have been, well, you could, if you've lost your job, you could potentially start up on your own. Or even if you're working, you could start a side hustle for yourself. So on the side, you could be doing something potentially that could become big someday, and you could leave your job and concentrate 100% on your side hustle. You have become much more flexible, much more resilient. You know the problems that you could potentially face, not just today, maybe a few years down the line, because this is likely to continue. It's not going to come back to normal. And there been a search for high caliber talent, because that's what the companies and the enterprises are looking at. Now let's get into the three key points. First, which everyone talks about, is network. You've got to network. You have got to go into LinkedIn, grow your circle of influence, look for people, like-minded people, increase your visibility, talk to people, communicate with people, bring them onto your fold into your list of people on LinkedIn. Use emails of LinkedIn. Use all those channels. Increase your visibility. Let people know about you. There are hidden job markets as well. There are jobs which are not advertised. They are not even carried by the manpower consultants or the placement consultants around the world. So what do you have to do? You have to know the hiring managers. You know who could potentially be looking for jobs. Sorry, people to work under him or her. So you have to reach out to them through LinkedIn or some other means and know them and see what positions are open in his department, in his team. Look at the value adds. So become members where you can potentially network with more and more people. Write articles, write blogs about what you've done or what your impressions are about certain aspects of your job profile, your areas of expertise, and all of that. Network as much as possible. Second, your value is very critical. The skills and knowledge that you have, they're very, very, very unique and very important for you. So showcase them. Showcase yourself. Your identity is critical. Build a portfolio if you're a designer. It's not just a designer, even if you're a techie or you're working in a marketing, finance, build a portfolio. Talk about it. Send it to the hiring managers. Do some extracurricular activities like voluntary activities where you can showcase your skills and your expertise. Talk about your internships, which you may have done many years ago. For graduates, you have done it maybe a year or two ago. So showcase all of that. Do some pro bono projects because this is COVID, this is uncertain time. Do some work because that will showcase your talent. That will also motivate you. It will show that you're enthusiastic. You have a desire to do the best that you could for the new employer. So do all of that. So that's how you create value to yourself, your brand, and your potential prospect of getting a job increases. Communication, articulation of what you're talking about on LinkedIn or wherever is very, very critical. That also tells the employer about the motivation that you have to join the company, why you are above the rest of the other candidates that he could potentially be looking at. Research about the employer, their product, their services, the kind of innovations that they've done, what are the direction that the company is taking. Research about the job role and the responsibilities. Are you really up to it to actually take up the role, and why you are the right person to take up that role? So do those kind of articulation when you write your resumes. Don't write a generic resume because it's not going to cut any eyes. So look about customization, look about building your brand, look about building all these together, your articulation, your research, your know-how, your expertise, your internships, extracurricular activities, pro bono work, all of that. Bring it onto your resume and then showcase to them. And I'm quite sure that will help you get you a job of your choice, even if the situation is really, really grim at this particular moment. So those were the three key points that I wanted to talk about that should help you to get jobs during after COVID. When markets open up, they already started opening up in some countries. So I wish you the best. Good luck to all of you. And so that's it. That's what I had today to talk about. So as you know, my name is Saurav Mukherjee. I'm a digital technology marketing leader with over 20 years of global experience. I'll leave behind my LinkedIn URL. Please go ahead and connect with me. I've also worked out a free copy of this tutorial. So if you subscribe to my newsletters, a link to that is also there in the description below. You would get a free copy of the tutorial. And I work with companies and startups on their business challenges, on their technological challenges, marketing challenges. So if you want me to work with you, you want to engage me, please check yes on the third field of that form subscription form, and I shall reach out to you. And please subscribe, like my channel, subscribe to the like my video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and colleagues and all of that. So I shall see you soon, and I wish you the best in your career. Take care and bye bye.